Alright, it is time. Let's talk about Doom Eternal's crashes and the impact on the game and community based off of my experiences and what you've talked about in the Discord and comments sections. Now hopefully we can bring some positive light to the issue. This video won't be negatively complaining. That's not the vibe of the channel. We'll have more success with a positive resolution. Alright, let's dive right in. So it used to be just BFG crashes. When you fired the BFG across the arena, you would occasionally just crash to your desktop right away, or actually a little bit after the shot took off, which is really interesting. So first the community thought that maybe it was a memory issue or something with the game. Then there was a thought that maybe it was all the enemies dying on screen or something, maybe like an overflow, which maybe those two things could work together. But nobody really had an answer as to whether it would happen or not. You were seemingly taking a chance with every BFG shot you did. Now, thankfully, you would typically reload your last checkpoint, even on Ultra Nightmare, meaning the crash would put you back to where that last checkpoint was. But that doesn't always seem to be the case with crashes, based off a report I got, so we'll get to that here in just a moment. What's odd is it seems like different people are reporting different results, which leads me to a couple possibilities. It's either a hardware or software issue, meaning your PC's components and what you're running on it could have an effect. Now, this seems strange, sure, but I have seen it brought up in the community, so it is worth a mention. Maybe somebody that's a little more tech-savvy than me could shine some light in the comments below. Now, the other is self-reporting issues. The people that are most upset are most likely going to be reporting the most things. The phrase, "the squeakiest wheel gets the grease," comes to mind. So much like reviews online, we mostly hear the negative reviews for restaurants and games over the positive. But this is different in a way, as it's unfortunately a negative event. But I've heard of people playing a lot and still not experiencing it, so it really seems hit or miss. I personally don't get them a lot, but I do, and that's what makes it tough. I'm going to actually show you a couple interesting examples I have earlier that happened recently. But here's the thing, now it's more than just the BFG. Other weapons crash it too, as well as other instances that the community has narrowed it down to. Now this one's really interesting, check this out. Upon Slayer Gate completion, I've heard of crashes when you grab the Empyrean key, even taking you back to the start of the level in Ultra Nightmare, according to one YouTube comment report that I got. Now, some people said it's consistent for them, especially on Super Gornest, over and over again. Now, I asked if it was a new save file from Update 2 or an old one. Since you can move those around, click the card in the top right to see how to practice that, but it wasn't. My understanding is that the map scripting, which is the events that happen within the map to progress it forward, could be messed up using older files in the new update. Now, if anybody has any info or experiences, please do share them below. So something regarding weapons that I find interesting. The streamer Bite Me, you've likely seen him before, he's really good. He had a crash at the beginning of Super Gornest with the 4 zombies, but here's the thing. He was able to replicate it pretty consistently, over and over. But what was the reason? Shooting all 4 at once? Or what could possibly make this a thing? It was just odd that he could replicate it over and over again for the most part. Another one that I find interesting that happened to myself, this is the fastest crash I have ever gotten in my life. I was shooting the rocket launcher, so I'm not exactly sure what happened here. It's tough to point out if anyone can maybe figure it out. Or anything really. Well, okay, game crash. I was just loading the game and brought up my file, and that's all it took. Now this one is interesting here because it's just a moment after I fire my weapon, so maybe it's based off something else. You can see I'm fighting the con, and then boom. Well, okay. And my game crashed. Now I was using the cheat engine to unlock console commands, so I'm not sure if that would mess with it in the memory or what have you, but it is something that is interesting to me. And you know, remember when Denuvo anti-cheat was a thing? People said that the issue on the lag was because of Denuvo, but Marty said it was actually a memory issue, so maybe this could be the same way. But without the tools and the inside code that id Software has, it's really hard to give an exact answer. So as with everyone else in the community, we're just trying to figure out what's going on and doing our best to help make the game better. If you like this video, please check out one of the others here, subscribe to the channel, and I will see you in the next one.